Later in the episode, a beautiful first date cancelled a second date, a book called 100 First Dates, and a man who bought a copy only to find he wasn't in it. That is coming up on Single Dad's Dating Dilemmas. My name is Mike Goldman.
And I'm Tev, and we're still here giving you dating advice.
Wait a minute.
What?
Did you have glasses in the last episode?
No.
Why do you have glasses now?
Because
Did your eyes get bad in the last week?
Yeah, sometimes I need glasses because my eyes get a bit tired.
Oh, do they?
Because I'm old.
You're not old.
I'm
Well,
young.
How old are you? 26?
So young. Yeah, exactly.
27?
Totally.
How old do you think I am?
Also, about 25 in the brain. It's accurate.
Okay, well, today we're going somewhere we haven't gone before. Not the apps, not the first date, not the signals. We're going to the actual root of why this is so hard.
Because you guys are out there trying to fix all of the surface stuff. You want to fix your dating profile and your opening line and the right thing to say and the right date location. But actually, we're going to scratch the surface a little bit because it's actually the stuff underneath that that's probably the biggest hurdle.
Yeah, something that probably doesn't get talked about enough. What's wrong with you? What are your issues?
Yeah, I don't think it does get talked about enough, and I think it's really hard for men to talk about some of the really tough stuff that is involved, particularly post-divorce, post-separation, and why it's so difficult to start dating again after divorce.
So, question I ask, is it better once you've just broken up and you know that there's no going back, there's no fixing it, just to get out there and be with someone else? Just to, they say the best way to get over someone is to get on top of someone else.
Yeah, look, I am not a great fan of that advice. I do understand it because it's such a great distraction. It's such a great distraction when you're really hurting and you're trying to navigate what the fuck your life looks like now. To go, oh, dating will be fun. Dating will be fun. Someone will give me a little bit of interest. And then,
will it help you get over the other person?
I don't think so. No.
Because sometimes they have a breakup person. That's my breakup person. I'm just going to have this person who is going to show me all the affection and caring for me and they really like me. And if it goes somewhere, great, but it probably won't because they were the breakup person.
That's what everyone calls the rebound, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
people call that the rebound.
Oh, that's not going to work.
Yeah, you're the
rebound.
rebound. Yeah. No.
So you have to start fresh, clean slate. You have to give yourself time to heal. How long does it take? I've heard some really scary things. Like if you've been with someone for a year, it takes you 6 months to a year to get over it properly.
Yes, I've heard that as well. But like a long time, I know I didn't really subscribe to that adage because human beings are so complicated. I don't think that we can put that kind of timeline on it. But I have to say, when I did that report, this single dad's dating report, only 3% of those dads said the dating was going well.
Are you serious? The survey here is 541 single dads,
Yeah. And
holy hell.
So that's a really tiny proportion.
Okay, so we were actually trying to help people here.
Yeah, we
as
are actually
stupid as I
trying to
may
help
seem,
people.
we're actually trying to help you get love in your life, a partner,
right.
a relationship. It's not about how to pick up chicks. That's not the show. How to find love. Someone to share those cold mornings with.
The warm mornings as well. But yeah, so there's 3% of dads that are like, yeah, sweet, nailing this. So what's happening to the other 97%? I mean, they're not undateable.
No.
I mean, these are guys that have jobs and families and careers and travel and they have houses and, significant proportion of these guys are successful in their own individual lives.
What is it? Do they have a wall or something like that? Do they got this protective barrier that they've got up that needs to come down? Are they comparing the new potential love to the last one?
There is a bit of that. But I think there's also, for a lot of men, and this is probably lots of areas of your life, but particularly today, we'll just talk about guys post-divorce. You're carrying a lot of shit around, Something happened in your relationship that went wrong. Particularly for anyone that was married, no one goes into a marriage going, oh yeah, great, this is going to end in 8, 12, 15, 20 years. Can't wait for that. So when it does end, if you haven't done the real investigation as to what happened, you're just going to take that shit, all of that unprocessed shit, into whatever the next dynamic is with you. You might have multiple failed relationships and still trying to be figuring out.
Does going to a shrink help?
Yes.
Or they're just going to tell you all the stuff that you're learning here and you're saving money. Send us gifts.
Send us lollies. We have been eating a lot of those as well.
I haven't had lunch and I'm just eating lollies that you brought in.
I think lollies are a perfectly good substitute for lunch. I mean, not for very long. But yeah, I actually do think that
guys don't know that they're carrying the baggage.
Yeah, guys don't know they're carrying the baggage. Like the grief of a relationship ending, the shift in your identity of going from a husband and to a single dad, and then the grief about the kids. You know, what is this doing to the kids? It's such a seismic shift in your life.
Going to the lawyers.
The lawyers, the animosity that is often between you and the person that you thought was your person. The person
that the lawyers told your ex to say that wasn't true so that she'd get everything.
I think sometimes the ex just makes shit up. And that goes both ways. That's men and women. But I
got a friend who he had an ex say that he was a pedo and touched up the kids. And it was proven later that it wasn't true.
Oh, how awful.
Yeah. And he was devastated.
But you would be.
And apparently that's quite common. Like a lot of lawyers say, if anything like that in any way, shape or form, then instantly you don't get to see your kids for like 6 months or something. That's pure evil. If it's a woman out there doing that to a father who just loves and wants to see
their
his
children,
kids,
I agree.
that's pathetic. You deserve everything that's coming to you. But that friend of mine, he forgave them and they just had that's amicable decision.
It's very magnanimous. I think that people do a lot of really terrible things out of anger that they might then look back on. Both men and women, they do things out of anger and they'll look back on it and go, oh, fuck, that was terrible.
But you're not alone because there's a lot of dads groups out there that you can join on Facebook. And people have been through that stuff before and they'll tell you how to handle it. Because when you're in a really shit situation like that, you need other people around you who've been through it before. And find out how to traverse that horrible track and stay strong.
Yeah, I think that's a really big thing, actually, Mike. I think that men don't tend to reach out for support and help from their friends as much as women do. Women are pretty good at that. Men keep it all inside and then wonder why it feels so fucking heavy.
So most guys don't know that they're carrying all this weight around.
No. So you think that you're okay. You think that you're just carrying on with life because you're doing the same practical stuff. You're going to work, you're looking after the kids, but you haven't necessarily stopped to go, oh, what is happening? And then you go on a date and something a woman says or something she does massively triggers something in you. And you think, holy shit, where did that come from? It's because you haven't actually sat down and done that really gritty, shitty thinking to go, oh, hang on, where is this coming from and why am I holding on to this?
So what about the phrase bleeding all over someone?
Yeah, so that is what you don't want to do. You don't want to go on a date and then be like bleeding your disaster zone all over them. All of the trauma and shit that you're carrying around, sometimes you might not even know until you start having a conversation and then you're just like, and then this terrible thing happened and that terrible thing happened and my wife is a bitch. Oh, that's a hard one, actually. I had a conversation with a friend about that. If you ever refer to your ex-wife as a bitch to anyone but your very closest friends, that date will go running. Because I think I said this in a previous episode, shit-talking your ex.
Disrespectful women, you know.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just the phrases that you use. You might really, really dislike your ex, but everyone deserves a little bit of, that's not quite right. No.
I think it's probably the best idea is to should not talk about your ex at all.
Yeah.
I remember I went out with a girl once and she was so not over her ex. And she would sit there and go, oh, Jason used to have that shirt.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jason used to drive that car.
Oh, no.
That guy looks like Jason.
You're not Jason.
Like, don't talk about your ex.
Yeah,
you're
not your Jason.
If you're going to keep doing that, then leave the poor girl or guy alone.
But when you're bleeding all over someone, it's such a good phrase because it leaks out of you. Like you think that you have done the processing and then it just seeps out and the bitterness comes out and the hurt comes out. And it's okay to be hurt and it's okay to be bitter. But that's shit that you can try and handle with a counselor, with a friend, with a great family member. You know, talk about it. And I know that talking is really hard for a lot of guys.
Second thing, what else is going wrong with you? What's wrong?
What's wrong with you? So it's probably not you. It's probably just that right now things are on like hyperspeed everywhere in the world. Everything is really fast. The way that we consume stuff in life is really fast. The way that we expect things to happen is really fast. So you expect that you are going to feel better quickly. You are going to get fit quickly. You're going to fall in love again quickly. You're going to get a better job quickly. Everything is super, super, super fast. And that is not how building a relationship works. So you go into dating and the dating apps feed into this so much. I mean, come on. Those apps are built to keep you hooked into that system.
Yeah.
They don't want you to find love. They want you to stay on there and just stay in the dopamine loop of 5,000 chats with women who you don't even know. So it's very hard to start building a new relationship when everything is that quick-paced and our brains are kind of trained for it.
But we want fast results. We want now. We want to get over it. We're getting on with someone else.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, life isn't like that. You get this chemical reaction from being around someone for so long, and that chemical reaction needs to fade. You need to give it time. You need to figure out who you are as a person and understand yourself again and what it's like to live your own life and looking out for number one and not worrying so much about someone else.
And that's it's a trope because it's true that you have to get really happy with being on your own with yourself, with all of your qualities, your good parts and your bad parts.
Should you do some challenges like go to the movies by yourself?
Totally. That's why I started that list of 100 things to do in a year of choosing myself. You know, do some things on your own. And for some people, that's super uncomfortable.
Is that your book? 100 things to do by choosing yourself.
Yeah, I could make that into a book.
You could?
Shall I make that into a book?
Yeah, do it in a book.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I love these ideas.
It's in store now.
Yeah, in store now.
So, uncertainty, genuinely unfathomable. It's annoying, uncertainty. You want to know where things are going.
It's because
you just got to be positive. Be as positive as you possibly can.
I think what you have to understand is that our brains are wired to map things out to what we know. So when there is a section of our lives, and it could be any section that you don't know, your brain makes you feel uncomfortable because it doesn't know what to map that to. So that uncomfortable feeling is often growth. It's often in that really shitty, uncomfortable time that you make the best changes to your life.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to go through that rather than dealing with it while you're out on a date with someone because you could kill something that's actually quite real and quite good.
Yeah, that's right. You know, you could end something that could turn out to be something amazing. And, you know, I just want to say, like, dating culture has a lot of shit that's broken in it. Dating culture right now is like fast food. Everyone wants to keep all the options open. They want situationships and, you know, they don't want to have to commit to anything. So, like, it's very different to what a lot of people experienced 20 years ago, let's say, when they met their partner, or even 10 years ago. Again, everything is super fast forward. Are there too many options now? Yeah, there's too many options. Because everyone's like, that's a nice pair of shoes. Oh, that's another nice pair of shoes. Oh, that's another nice pair of shoes. They all think the grass
is greener.
And also because they haven't put those shoes on their feet and then walked around in them for a little bit. They're just like pretty. Dopamine. So...
What shoes do you settle for? Or do you just love the shoes?
You just find some shoes that you're like, I didn't know that I liked those ones with stripes, but fuck me, those are the best ever.
Give them a good chance. Wear them in. If you don't put shoes on and go, nah, these shoes aren't quite comfortable, you'd be kicking shoes off forever.
I know, we'd have no shoes.
Wear them in a little bit and then they'll feel like a nice, comfortable pair of shoes.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how we got onto shoes, but I like this analogy.
That's an analogy
I like this analogy.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
we can talk a little bit more about the survey. There's a couple more stats, and then we're going to give you our Unhinged segment.
Okay, is this the 57% of dads in our survey said that what they want is honest advice on what women are actually looking for?
Yeah, totally. And I will say, I am a woman, if you haven't noticed. I mean, still...
What?
There's still guys on my Instagram...
You're joking me.
No, there's fucking guys on my Instagram going, man, I don't look anything like a man.
Do they think you're a man?
Yeah, I get that quite a bit, actually.
Why do they think you're a man?
Just because there's trolls on Insta.
You don't have like a full big jawline or anything? Or
it's just obviously the days that I haven't shaved.
You have a very high voice.
Yeah. Those days that I have a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow, that's obviously what they're looking at. Oh, yeah, you know, every second day. I do not.
Well, you're a beautiful young lady, and anyone that says that is mean. And it just says more about you than it does anything about her having a 5 o'clock shadow.
Exactly. Thanks, Mike. I like my 5 o'clock shadow. No, what I want to say is women want someone who is open to good communication, who wants a partnership. They don't want someone to look after them, to look after their lives. Someone who can communicate really well, someone who has an interest in life beyond just sitting on the sofa and watching the football. And I'm not saying watching the football is bad. I love sport. But you don't have to be perfect, but you have to be willing to work on yourself and work together on growing a relationship. Just genuinely trying and wanting to learn about yourself.
So does that mean going out and doing things by yourself, realizing what you're into. It's like for a long time, years ago, I was in a long-term relationship and I sort of forgot what I liked and what I was doing because I was doing what she liked and what she wanted.
Yep.
And you need to sort of explore yourself and what you're into, figure out what magazines you're looking at, what TV shows you're watching.
Totally.
And sort of get in tune with your own self and what you love again.
Yeah.
Love yourself. It's the greatest love of all.
It's the greatest. Are you going to break into song?
I believe that. No.
Yeah. I think that in long-term relationships, you could really, really lose yourself.
Yeah.
And so...
Not like the Eminem lose yourself in the moment.
No,
You gotta let yourself
Oh, look, you did break into song.
again.
You don't lose yourself in the moment, but you know what I mean. You
There's
can
a song
really
every
lose
10
yourself.
seconds in this show. Okay, well, I hope that helped.
Yeah, look, I think the underlying sentiment of that is we know that it's tough. It's not going to be a simple linear pathway to finding love again, but there's some practical tips and then there's some of the stuff that needs to have a bit of work. And the work can be done with my workbook, which we'll come back to after this Unhinged segment.
We're going to say it together. And looking at the camera.
Unhinged.
Okay, this Unhinged story, it's part of the podcast we look forward to the most. It's quieter than our usual chaos, but somehow it makes it land harder. So here we go. This bloke went on a date with a woman who lived 2 hours away. Beautiful date. They clicked, they kissed, they planned a second date. The day of the second date, she cancelled, said the distance would be too hard. She said she could see herself falling for him, and that scared her. He thought, fair enough. These things happen. A few weeks later, she made a post about a book that she had been writing. A book called 100 First Dates and Her Dating Experiences. This isn't you, is it?
No, I didn't write this book.
She messaged him personally to let him know that he was on chapter 69. Heavy metal guy. She shared the chapter with him. She'd written quite warmly about him, apparently. She said that she could see herself being happy with him. Anyway, her post said the book was for sale. He bought a copy, and he wasn't in it.
Oh, my God, he bought the book? Oh, Mike, he bought the
But she
book.
wasn't in, what, he wasn't in it.
He
that's
wasn't
not fair.
even in it.
That's like, my mum went on a date with Gene Simmons from Kiss, and, well, it wasn't really a date. She met him at a concert. But cut a long story short, he took a Polaroid snap of her.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently he has taken Polaroid shots of a lot of women over the years for certain reasons. And he brought out a book, and she wasn't in it, which kind of makes me happy.
Probably does make her happy.
I didn't want my mum in Gene Simmons' book.
No. All the women that he'd slept with.
Probably, but that's why my mum wasn't in it.
I really dislike the fact that
didn't bonk him.
you might not know. She might not ever want to tell you. I really dislike the fact that this woman used this guy for, content. I think it's low. I think it's a low move.
Was it chapter 69 because they had a 69?
I don't know. You didn't say.
Or was it chapter 68, you give me one and I owe you one?
Might have been that. And then she owed him heaps because he wasn't even in the book. Okay. Unbelievable.
Well, I would be very upset with that if someone told me that I was going to be in their book and I bought... Maybe she told lots of people that she...
Oh, my
God,
yes.
So that she could sell some copies.
She could sell some books.
Because if someone's in a book and you said something nice about them, wouldn't you send them a copy of the book?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so she was just trying to get some sales.
He did say that it made him think twice about dating again. And I kind of get that because if you put yourself out there and someone really just takes advantage of you like that, it's just shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You meanie. I'm not buying that book.
You meanie. I'm not buying it either. Okay, now,
homework. She's still doing the bloody homework segment. Not one person out there has done this. She spends hours writing this homework. Don't know if it's because she wanted to be a school teacher or because you apparently worked in school before doing some PR for them or something like that. But the homework is not a thing.
I like to keep people educated.
She wants to do it, so we're doing it.
Today, the homework is particularly relevant because the workbook actually will help guys to work through some of the stuff we've talked about on the podcast today. So guys, if you do actually want to get a little bit more insight so you can be a bit more successful at actually dating, do the bloody workbook. Okay.
Do the bloody workbook.
Do the bloody workbook.
Do it.
Do it.
It's free.
Share this with someone else who you think needs to hear it. Single dads, not single dads. Oh, no, not actual. No, we don't want not single dads. We don't want their relationships to break down. I just meant guys who are single that are not dads.
And send us your dating dilemmas.
Oh, we love those.
So send us your experiences. Send us your unhinged dating stories. We want to know about them.
Unhinged.
Because we don't want to have to make up any more of them.
Should we put an echo on that? Unhinged.
Hinged.
Yeah, hinged. All right.
Yeah, please. Any comments down below? Any questions down below? Any advice you need? down below.
Good luck out there in the
I
wild.
don't mean advice about down below. I mean in the comments down below.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Good for clarifying.
Single Dad's Dating Dilemmas, proudly brought to you by Jaggerocky Studios.
See you,
in
Mike.
Coorparoo, Brisbane. See ya. Bye.
Oh, sorry. Bye.
Thank you. See you, Total Fusion.
See you at gym tomorrow.
That's our gym that we go to.
We're always up there. Yeah. If you need anything, we'll be in the coffee shop.
Yep.
See you, Mike.